Pharmaceutical company Darnitsa is Ukraine's leading producer of high-quality, effective and safe medications. The company production has established credibility with both doctors and patients. But let's start from the very beginning. Let's recall how it all began. Back in ancient times, when there were neither doctors nor pharmacists, people started noting beneficial effects of plants, minerals and salts. The knowledge was passed down from generation to generation. It was analyzed and described in the works of enlighteners and doctors of the antiquity: Hippocrates, Avicenna, Paracelsus, Hahnemann. Later on, in the 19th and 20th centuries, scientists discovered and isolated in pure form medications which are well known now, such as acetylsalicylic acid, atropine, caffeine and others. Furthermore, as early as 1728, the first private pharmacy was opened in Kiev. Today, it operates a museum and shows an interesting exposition which reflects the history of Kiev's pharmacology. More than 2 centuries had passed, and in October of 1932, a Kiev branch of the Ukrainian Experimental Endocrinology Institute was established. At that time, people would have hardly thought that the new buildings of the institute, built in Darnitsa district of the capital, would become the basic premises of Ukraine's largest pharmaceutical enterprise, Darnitsa. It was Darnitsa that gave a strong impetus to the development of Ukraine's pharmaceutical industry. 1994 marked the beginning of modern history of the company, which highly values each of its employees. The staff here is not just uniquely qualified and professional, but also highly motivated and committed. And managers never take that for granted. Everything is being done to provide for both good work and recreation. Provided with state-of-the-art equipment, a medical center operates on the premises of Darnitsa. There are also recreation rooms and a canteen. The staff is the company's main asset, which provides for successful development of the company. That is why the firm runs a comprehensive system of personnel training and refresher courses. As Darnitsa has long been pursuing the GMP philosophy, this work is of special importance. Meeting the requirements of good manufacturing practice, the Darnitsa Pharmaceutical Company seeks to comply with the highest world standards and develop cooperation with the EU and other countries where GMP regulations are generally accepted. GMP is not only about requirements for production, premises, equipment, ingredients, storage and transportation. It is primarily about the mentality, which the staff acquires in the process of ongoing training and professional development. Without a doubt, the Darnitsa Pharmaceutical Company has created unique conditions for work and professional growth of its personnel. As the company seeks to meet international quality standards, it pays considerable attention to the ecology of the whole production cycle. Not a single technological process here has a harmful effect on the environment. Darnitsa was Ukraine's first pharmaceutical company entitled to bear the environmentally clean and safe logo. This point is very crucial in shattering the widely held stereotype of pharmaceutical production being inevitably unsafe to the environment. Company's ecological awareness manifests itself not only in taking care of the environment. Darnitsa is also a producer of safe and high-quality medications. Water is the basis of any pharmaceutical production. The firm strictly controls the quality of water used for production. The water is extracted from a well, which is 300 meters deep. The water undergoes a multiple treatment process and is supplied to all the buildings of the facility, including the shops for sterile production. Here, the water is further treated, which makes it fit for injection solutions. special instruments keep measuring the water's temperature, pressure, electric conductivity and microbiological purity. There is also a unique system of preparing sterile air for clean premises. The system is based on the principle of ventilation of clean premises with 100% fresh atmospheric air after multiple purification and treatment, which has an obvious advantage as compared to basic ventilation systems. All this is being done to make sure that Darnitsa-produced medication not only meets high international standards, but also surpasses them by numerous parameters. That is why medical preparations of the Darnitsa Pharmaceutical Company have established confidence and respect of experts, and millions of people perceive the trademark as a byword for effectiveness, quality and safety. And that is attributed not only to the company's state-of-the-art equipment, but also to its advanced production technologies. Obviously, every specialist who deals with pharmaceutical preparations knows that GMP standards are standards of good manufacturing practice and knows that the key objective of GMP is the protection of consumers' health from low-quality medications. GMP standards were developed to guarantee that medication is produced and controlled in full compliance with relevant regulations which reflect all customer requirements of quality, safety and effectiveness. All medications produced by the company meet the standards of good manufacturing practice and undergo international audits. This has become possible due to advanced production technologies, which in turn allow to apply advanced treatment methods with the use of drugs bearing Darnitsa trademark. The company's medicines are used to treat grave cardiovascular conditions such as arterial hypertension, angina, disturbed cerebral blood circulation, erratic heartbeat, gastrointestinal conditions such as gastritis, gastric and duodenal ulcers, hepatitis, etc. Darnitsa-produced medications are also used for treatment and prevention of thyroid conditions. Aggravated infected wounds, burns and trophic ulcers are treated with Darnitsa-produced unique original creams and ointments. Darnitsa is Ukraine's unique producer of macrolide antibiotics, which help to fight grave infections caused by resistant microorganisms. It would be easier to enumerate conditions which cannot be treated by Darnitsa-produced drugs than to tell about those that can be. Darnitsa-produced ear and nasal drops make it possible to treat glaucoma, cataract and eye infections, otitis, vasomotorial rhinitis and other conditions. Among the company's employees, there are highly qualified specialists and doctors of sciences. This makes it possible to conduct research, development and production of preparations, many of which have no analogues in the world. Those are numerous preparations of semi-solid pharmaceutical forms, creams, ointments and gels, miramystine, trimestine, oflocaine, pentastine, preparation for arterial hypertension treatment, Tonorma, preparation for treating alcohol addiction, Medicrono, and many other medicines made in the production conditions which meet the most stringent world standards. Managers of the company are convinced that GMP is the only way to develop Ukraine's pharmaceutical industry, and there is no alternative to it. The firm not only takes care of the nation's health, but also pays special attention to cultural development and social programs. Because physical wellness is impossible without a favorable social environment, and spiritual development. Pharmaceutical company Darnitsa is a well-known patron of arts and participant in numerous cultural and social programs. Dozens of foundations, children's and healthcare institutions are supported by Darnitsa on a regular basis. The company also contributes to the restoration of historic and cultural heritage. Darnitsa is a very dynamic enterprise. Currently, over 300 preparation titles are produced on more than 30,000 square meters of its production facilities. The company's capacity makes it possible to produce 500 million ampoules, 4 billion tablets, 30 million bottles of sterile antibiotics and 10 million tubes of semi-solid pharmaceutical forms. The annual capacity of its drug production facility is 35 million bottles. Hundreds of preparations in various pharmacological groups can meet the demands of national healthcare systems of many countries. The leading position of Darnitsa is ensured by the use of innovation technologies and equipment, which allows to guarantee the production of medication in controlled environment by compliance with GMP requirements, the quality management, the broad variety of products, the flexibility and mobility of manufacturing, and the product's optimal prices combined with high quality and effectiveness. It is important that the firm's contribution to Ukraine's progress towards the EU standards is not confined to narrow corporate interests. Indicative of this are many years of Darnitsa's support and participation in the development of Ukraine's pharmaceutical legal framework and its alignment with the relevant requirements of the European Union. All of the above proves that Darnitsa is not just a major producer of medications in Ukraine, but also the most dynamic and modern enterprise that seeks to help introduce advanced treatment technologies and teaches practical skills to students of different medical training institutions. The staff understands that they should not only bear responsibility for the development of their enterprise, but also contribute to the development of their country, its well-being and competitiveness. Darnitsa has long since rightfully become a recognized leader of Ukraine's pharmaceutical industry. Moreover, our company is the only national producer in the CIS which has a leading position by sale volumes on the domestic market. Each fifth package of medication sold in Ukraine is produced by Darnitsa. Since the 30th, our company has developed from a small laboratory into the leader of domestic market. Besides, we have become a major exporter of our products to many countries of the world. We are deeply convinced that the company wouldn't have made such a progress without our partners, scientists, entrepreneurs, pharmacists and doctors. We highly appreciate your trust in the Darnitsa trademark. We are proud to work for our common goal together with you. Pharmaceutical firm Darnitsa. Big investments in the nation's health.